recognizing, there are always people who are going to stay behind, even when it reaches the point where emergency officials say, got to evacuate. What happened that summer of 2023?
Yeah, we certainly saw a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear that surrounds wildfires. There's a fear of losing everything you own, your home, your business, your community, and the fear has become more significant as the wildfires have become more dangerous and destructive in the past 20 years in Canada. So some people fear government overreach, and some of those same people don't trust the government to save their property from fire or looting. So there's a strong disconnect between some residents and their government, and that gap has widened quite substantially in recent years. I think we all know that if we've been working in public relations and paying attention, and it's now become a problem in emergencies. What we saw this summer was residents who had experience and resources to stay in evacuation areas, which is common. We usually see a small number of residents will stay behind and try to fight fire, and they do have previous skill and they've done this so over decades, so they're used to that. But we also had residents that didn't have experience and the equipment or resources to survive stay behind, which was a real challenge for us this time because while we're clear that if you stay behind, you're agreeing to stay on your property and you must be able to sustain yourself for the duration of the emergency. Some didn't appreciate that when they ran out of food, water, and fuel, that they couldn't just go and get that and come back in, and started to claim.
I mean, the stores weren't open while all the fires were going on?
That's right. Everything closes down when there's an actual evacuation order in place, and so it's a thing. It's a tough balance, right? Because ultimately, the law doesn't allow governments to tell people that they just told to legally leave to allow them to then exit and then get back into that same area. So you have to remember we're managing thousands of people that are displaced and taking refuge elsewhere safely, and supplying all of the operations that's going on. So it's a big job.